This is a good evidence, I think, of the connection between Lamar and Willie. This is another conversion, first down conversion here. You can see they motion him twice. He's pretty positive. He's got man everywhere he goes. 41, the safety's got Willie, and they both know it. So they like the matchup. This is a really difficult route to defend. Very, very convincing in the cell that he's dragging this. And you see the defender really drive after kind of playing the sticks here. Drive on that route. And Willie just sticks his foot on this pivot. He's out. Does a good job running with Lamar, who's escaped the pocket. I think they were going there regardless. And as you look at him right there. If Lamar's got time in the pocket, he's going to give him the ball earlier. Watch it from this side. Lamar is pressured. This is a great play by Lamar. He wants Willie, right? He saw that before the ball was snapped, that Willie had a favorable matchup. He knows the route. Watch it. What a great play this is. The right tackle's beat. Lamar protects the football, ducks under. He still knows he wants Willie. Willie knows what's going on or recognizes what's going on here. Does a good job just running with. Good ball placement. Good transition here. He gets just to the sticks and picks up the first down. Watch again this break here. Very, very sharp out of this pivot. And again, you see the connection between he and Willie. And you see the read before the ball's out. Lamar knows that's the matchup that he wants, and it's a good bet that he's going to be able to convert on third down. A really good job, once again, of him getting out of the pocket. Lamar, this is a nice little escape. It's evident that there's a connection between Willie Snead and Lamar Jackson. It's a 2nd and 5 throw here. You see Willie make a nice read after getting rerouted off the line of scrimmage of the coverage that the Patriots are in. And read this linebacker here. Sit this down, and Lamar just hooks up with him right away. Watch the read from the other side, which is really impressive by Lamar, I think. The other thing is, Willie is really, really great after the catch. Let's watch where he catches this football. About 7-yard throw, it looks like. He's just sneaky in the open field, and he's quick. Ball's in his hand, and he's upfield. See that? He's squared in pretty well here, or so it would seem. He is on the 46-ish, right? 45 when he catches this football. There's 5. Okay. So, nice little move within that, within him being squared in there. He's about the 47, let's say. And he picks up an additional 5 from that point. So he's one of those guys that catches the football, quickly transitions upfield, and gets every little yard that he can. He just has a knack for reading defenses, reading what's in front of him when he has the ball in his hand. Watch this read by Lamar. Love this decision making here. He fields the defense to the side, perhaps reading this reroute of Marquise, which we will talk about a little bit. Watch him turn and spin. Really nice. Puts that right on. What a connection between the two of them here. Watch it up to speed. Flips his hips, ball's out. The Patriots, of course, a lot of teams do this. They're interested in beating up your receivers. And Marquise was a victim, I think, particularly on this play. I'm not sure what to say, except that we see him run directly to this defender here. The defender's trained to kind of read his hips, move his feet, and reroute him that way. But he runs right into him. Notice, too, what that does, that rerouting, and we'll look at it from the other angle. It's pretty dramatic how he drops him off course. You're going to see this deep thirds defender have the ability, after his bail to really kind of set up, watch the quarterback, get outside leverage to Marquise. You also see the inside backer here just with a little bit more time. You see Marquise off to drop, make sure he's under that. It's to know it doesn't matter, because the ball's not going that way. But you did see Lamar look. You did see Lamar look at that coverage right off the ball to see what Marquise was doing. The other thing I would say, this is just a general observation, is that I would say I was far too hard on Lamar Jackson in general through this game. I think he played very well outside of a few moments, but there were some really, really great moments and some great throws in this game. The other thing, as I said, that I would say is to be encouraged. Um, Against these coverages, we struggled. We struggled against these coverages versus Pittsburgh, let's say. It's two different defenses, obviously, but when I watch throughout this game, I'm seeing a lot more interesting kind of route combinations against these coverages, and that's encouraging. They're thinking about it. They know they're going to have to go to Pittsburgh and beat these coverages. One of the things, though it's not in this particular video, is this sort of mesh that happens between an inside receiver and the running back. That's very interesting. I don't know if I've got a clip of that, but you also see Miles here open. But I love the decisiveness. I love how Lamar reads this coverage to Marquise's side. And I love how Willie sits this, and the run after the catch is nice too, just how quickly he transitions and gets upfield, and then his vision in the open field. Watch it one more time. May as well. Watch, he does get rerouted here, does Willie. Reads the coverage, stops, gone. This is an example of Lamar sort of finding Willie, but you'll notice they do find each other on these scramble drills fairly often. This is unfortunate. It's 2nd and 12, and Lamar could have taken off and run with this football and probably picked up the first down for whatever that's worth. The throw is high. It hits Willie in the hands. It's raining. All that's true. But watch this little kind of limbo-ish move here. Lamar pulls right there. Right there. But I like how he kind of avoids this exterior pressure and then ducks in between the guard. Again, not too many quarterbacks doing this sort of thing. He's thinking about running. He's got the ball tucked, but he's looking downfield, transfers it to his right hand. He's trying to read, I guess that's Mark coming across. Yep. Watch his eyes and his body. Just, obviously an off-balance throw here. He's got to get it over this linebacker, but he's reading back to Willie. And Willie is adept at very, very adept at finding space. So maybe if it's not raining, Willie pulls this down. I think, obviously a high throw, but it does hit him in the hands. Again, it's raining, so a lot of things working against him. This is the second of the two touchdown tosses to Willie. You see Willie and Mark underneath cross. Again, cover 3, and you see Lamar able to beat that. I really like the throw, really like the read. He's reading this middle of the field safety. You want to be able to stress this middle of the field safety generally against this coverage. Here he kind of helps him out, really cheating, I think, to the side of Mark. But it's a good read by the quarterback. You also notice, too, the back's releasing late here, I think, which is interesting because you can see somehow or another, as Lamar goes to release this football, you see these two linebackers on the second level both come upfield and bite just on his motion. When he sets up, they start coming downhill right away. And perhaps if this one doesn't, he's in a position to get under that throw. And I'm not sure exactly how they bite on that. Perhaps it's the down and distance. I think it's 2nd and 5 here. But I think it speaks more. Look how calm Lamar is in the pocket and in reading this coverage. Waits on Willie. He's reading the safety to the side. But I think it speaks to how quickly he gets rid of this football. And they really don't do a good job. You see both come down well after the ball's out. They don't do a good job sort of deciphering that throw. So that ball comes out quickly and gets there quickly. splitting this deep thirds coverage and the middle of the field. Just a really good play. Let's watch it again. And in pretty bad conditions in terms of the rain. Really nice throw. And he beats that cover three. Let's check out the protection. I think the protection's pretty good. The ball comes out pretty quickly. Yep. This throw is intentionally high, I believe. It is out of necessity to clear 59 here. Probably Lamar ought to have run this, but that's neither here nor there to me. I watched this game a little more closely, obviously, just watching the film, and was a little bit more encouraged, by Lamar's performance and some of the routes that I'm seeing than I was initially.